one more problem on group. Let M2 M2Z be the set of all matrices over the set of integers. Okay, so see here, name of the set is, name given to the set is M2Z. Here this 2 signifies that these matrices are of order 2 by 2, and the entry, these matrices which these matrices are going to be uh, take are integers. Like as we see, this is our matrix, this is 2 by 2 matrix, so entry would be A, B, C, D, right? So all these 4 entries are integers here, right? Because we are taking matrices over the integers, so all these 4 numbers are integers, right? These 4 are integers. So M2Z be the set of all matrices over the set of integers. Then we will have to show that, the set M2Z, do not form, set does not form group under the operation of matrix multiplication, right? So let us look at the solution now. Solution: firstly, let M2Z is equal to, I'm writing it in set builder form now, so it will be consisting all those matrices A, B, C, D, such that A comma B comma C comma D belongs to integer, right? So this is the given set here. So again, let us take 3 elements from this set now, M2Z, which we will be using in 4 properties. So these 3 elements are being taken from this set, right? First property now, closure property. In this property we're going to show any 2 elements, product of any 2 elements is again in the M2Z, right? So since we have already taken 2 elements from M2Z, let us try to look whether or not its composition or its product belongs to M2Z again, right? So see here, okay, you can write, okay, one more thing I will like to write over here, okay, where A is equal to A1 B1 C1 D1, right? and B is equal to A2, B2, C2, D2, and C is equal to A3, B3, C3, D3. Okay, fine. Now let us look at the closure property now. P1, property number 1, closure property. Closure property. Okay, since we have already taken two elements from M to Z, now let us look at the A into B matrix multiplication of these two. So it would be A1, B1, C1, D1 into A2, B2, C2, D2, right? After multiplication, it would be equal to, okay, A1, A2, this and this, plus A1, A2 plus B1, C2, right? B1, C2. Similarly, second element would be A1, B2 plus B1, D2, right? And this element would be C1, A2 plus D1, C2, and lastly C1, B2 plus D1, D2. As you can see, all these numbers are integer here. These are integer also. We know addition and multiplication of integer is again integer. So all these four elements are also integer. It implies order is 2 by 2, order is 2 by 2, and all the elements are integer. Therefore we can say AB belongs to M2Z, right? So therefore given set is closed. Therefore given set is closed under matrix multiplication, right? Now let us check out property number 2, which is associative property. Okay, since we know matrices, we have done it in elementary classes. Matrices obey associative law under matrix multiplication, right? Under matrix multiplication as well as addition. Okay, therefore ABC would be equal to ABC for all ABC belonging to M to Z, right? Now property number 3, existence of identity. We know there is a matrix which is called identity matrix, which when multiplied with A, we get A back, right? So see, I is equal to 1001. It is 2 by 2 obviously, and also all the four numbers 1 and 0, 0 and 1 are integers. Therefore we can say identity belongs to M to Z, right? 2 by 2 order hai, and all the four numbers are integers, right? So therefore, since a time I is equal to a in either way, where I is equal to 1001, okay, okay, you just write it here, where I is equal to 1001, therefore I acts as identity in this case, right? Also, because I is 2 by 2 matrix, and also it is having all its entry as integers, therefore I belongs to M2Z, right? Thus identity, therefore identity exist, right? Now fourth property, existence of inverse. So see here, if we are having some element a, okay, a, and its entry is 111, okay, we know determinant of this would be 1 minus 1, that is 0, therefore this matrix is cannot be we cannot find inverse of this matrix. Inverse does not exist in this case, right? A inverse does not exist, right? Because determinant is not equal to 0. We have done this in elementary classes. So if we want to get inverse of the matrix, we need to assure ourselves that determinant is not equal to 0. Because if determinant is equal to 0, then inverse of the matrix is not possible, right? So same is the case here, since we are having one element, since A is equal to 1 comma 1 comma 1 belongs to M2Z, but A inverse is not possible in this case, okay? Therefore inverse does not exist, okay? Because we just found out one element whose inverse does not exist, therefore we can say inverse does not exist always, hence fourth property is not true for this set under the given operation, right? So therefore this set is not a group. In fact, we can say it is satisfying, yes, it is satisfying four properties, and therefore we can call this group a monoid, right? Instead of calling it a group, we can call it monoid, right? Thus given set does not form a group. Yeah, yes, it can be called monoid because it satisfies three properties, okay? So this was the third problem. Now we are going to take one more problem on group, then we will be switching over to the properties of group, right? So that so that the set G equal to ABCD such that AB sorry such that AD minus BC is equal to, or you can say is equal to 1 or not equal to 0. Let us take it is equal to not equal to 0, right? Okay, this is given set forms a non-abelian group, right? So you see here solution in this case. Okay, operation is here is under the operation matrix multiplication, right? So solution C here given set is let G is equal to A B C D. Okay, fine. Where we just forgot to write something here. Okay, so we didn't specify what are ABCs. Okay, you just write here that A comma B comma C comma D belongs to real number, right? Okay, you just write this here all and inside of the curly bracket. Okay, so here G is equal to ABCD, where AD is not equal to, or you can say AD minus BC is not equal to 0. Also A comma B comma C comma D belongs to set of real number, right? We want to prove that this is a non-abelian group. So for that take 3 elements. Also let A comma B comma C belongs to G. Okay, so now firstly, okay, let me tell you one thing here only. Determinant of A, if A is equal to A B C D, is equal to AD minus BC. Okay, it is not equal to 0. So problem in this case tells us that determinant of the A is not equal to 0. That is, this set G, okay, let me tell you here. Okay, so this is the set, right? This is the set. This is the set, and we are given here AD minus BC is not equal to 0. It means determinant of A is not equal to 0. Okay, we are having all those matrices in this group, okay, in this set, G whose determinant is not equal to 0, or we can write this question can be asked in another form, right? Let us G is equal to A such that determinant of A is not equal to 0 and entries of A are real numbers, then prove that this is a non-abelian group. Okay, so instead of this sort of statement can be asked in the examination. Okay, so therefore you just need to look at the problem and see what is he actually trying to say. So in this case he is trying to say that we are given a group, we are given a set, okay, G, such that it contain all those elements, all those matrices such that A D minus BC is not equal to 0, that is determinant is not equal to 0. Okay, and A comma B comma C comma D belongs to real number, right? So therefore and we took, let us take 3 elements from this G, and let us try to look at the 4 properties, whether or not it is satisfying 4 properties. First is closure property. Okay, in closure property we know we take 2 elements from G, then we see whether or not their product is in this group, right? So see here, okay, or you can erase this. Okay, let me write it here. Let A comma B belongs to G. This implies determinant of A is not equal to 0 and determinant of B is not equal to 0, right? Because this set contains all those matrices for whom determinant is not equal to 0. Okay, right? So this implies thus, or before that we know determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. This is not equal to 0, this is also not equal to 0, therefore determinant of AB is not equal to 0. So therefore A comma B belongs to G, right? Secondly, property 2, associative property. Okay, in this property you will write that, okay, we know all the matrices obey associative law under matrix multiplication, therefore this set also satisfies associative law. Now property number 3, you see it is existence of identity. We know A into I is equal to A is equal to I into A, where I is equal to 1001. Also determinant of I is equal to 1 times 1 which is not equal to 0, therefore I belongs to G, because G contains all those elements, uh, all those matrices whose determinant is not equal to 0 and whose entries are real number, right? So see here, i's entries are real number and also determinant of this is not equal to 0, therefore I belongs to G. Thus identity exists. Right now let us look at the inverse property for existence of inverse. So see if, okay, for all A belonging to G, there exists A inverse, okay, where A is equal to A, B, C, D. Okay, can you tell me what is determinant of A? Something A, D minus B, C. Okay, A, D minus B, C, which is not equal to 0, right? It is not equal to 0. Now you see, if it is not equal to 0, then this matrix is invertible. Okay, it means we can find out its inverse. Okay, so A inverse is possible in this case because A determinant of A is not equal to 0. So what would be that inverse? It would be 1 over determinant into cofactor of A, which is equal to D. Okay, I'm directly writing it here, D and A minus B minus C, right? So this would be inverse. Okay, there exists A inverse is equal to 1 over determinant of A, D, A minus B minus C, right? So this is inverse such that, okay, such that A inverse into A कितना आ जाएगा? Identity matrix is equal to A inverse. Thus inverse exists. In last case, why inverse was not existing there? Because there was in the problem it was not specified there that determinant is not equal to 0, because there was also that set was also containing the matrices whose determinant is equal to 0. So in that case inverse was not possible, right? But here author has specified that, okay, determinant is not equal to 0, therefore inverse of each and every element exists in this case, right? So now let us see, let us look at the fifth property, which is commutative property. We know that AB is not equal to BA always. Okay, therefore it does not obey commutative law, right? Thus given set is non-abelian group. Non-abelian because it doesn't satisfy fifth property, which is commutative law, right? Now next problem. Let G is equal to x, right? Such that x is non-zero real number. Okay, fine. So let us try to look at this set, whether or not it is a group. Okay, so here let us talk about first closure property. Closure property. For closure property, let us take two elements from G where A is equal to x, x, x and 4th x, and B is equal to some other element y, y, y and y. Let us look at the okay, operation here. Let me specify operation. Operation here is matrix multiplication. Okay, matrix multiplication is the operation here. So A into B कितना हो जाएगा? We will have to check whether or not A into B belongs to G. A into B G का पार्ट है कि नहीं है. G में किस तरह के एलिमेंट आएंगे? उस तरह की मैट्रिसेस 2x2 की मैट्रिक्स जिसके सारे एलिमेंट क्या होंगे? सेम होंगे. लेट अस चेक इट नाउ. x y x x and y y y y. After multiplication it would be x time y plus x time y, which is equal to 2xy 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 2xy, right? So see here, all four elements are same. It means this set also belongs to G, right? So this this element also belongs to G. Therefore you can write it here, AB belongs to G. Okay, because it is 2x2 ordered matrix and also all four elements are equal, therefore it is the element of G. Okay, because G में किस तरह के एलिमेंट आ रहे हैं? जिसमें all four elements are equal and they are where x is real. अब देखिए नॉन जीरो रियल है x. Okay, so see, this is non-zero real, this is also non-zero real, their product will be also non-zero real and their double will be also non-zero real, right? So therefore AB belongs to G. Now next property, associative law. In this you are again going to write that okay, all the matrices obey associative law under the matrix multiplication. So we are not discussing this property in detail. Now next property, existence of identity. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे बच्चे धोखा खा जाएंगे, ठीक है? So see here, many of you will be saying that okay, let me write it here in rough. AI is equal to A, right? Where, so you will be saying that okay, your guess would be, your claim would be that I is the identity. I is the identity in this case, but this is not true because see, what is I? I is equal to 1001, right? But this element, okay, this element does not belong to G. Why? Because G contains all those elements which are having all entry equal, right? Because G किस तरह के एलिमेंट, G में किस तरह के एलिमेंट आएंगे? X, okay, y, सारे y, ठीक है? But here you see 1001, which is I mean to say, in this case all the elements are not equal. If it had been the case that all four elements are 1, तब ये G का एलिमेंट था. अगर ऐसे होता, और also one more thing ना, कि it is containing all entity, like all entries are non-zero real numbers. Okay, they are equal as well as non-zero real number. Okay, so 111, it is part of G, what 1001 is not part of G, right? Because we should have okay, we want to get such entity, okay, such matrix, okay, for which all four elements are equal. So therefore we can say this identity is this I is not the part of G, therefore it is not forming identity element of given set. So let us look at the let us search out the identity in a different way, right? So A, for identity I'm writing here identity in E. Okay, for identity A into E must be equal to A. So here A is equal to, you can say A, and E must be equal to E, some sort of this. Okay, so after multiplication it would be 2AE, 2AE and 2AE, 2AE, right? Okay, so it must be again, okay, it must be equal to again, let me erase this. Okay, let me write this one more time. Okay, so A is equal to A, 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 and E, let us take it E. Okay, and A is equal to, it must be equal to A, so A is here, A, right? So now multiplication yields twice of AE, twice of AE, twice of AE, twice of AE, and it must be equal to A. Now comparing 2AE must be equal to A, right? So cancel A, E becomes equal to 1 by 2. So therefore identity element in this case is equal to 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Obviously this element is the part of G because all the elements are equal and non-zero, right? Therefore AE is the part of this, thus identity exists. Okay, and as I told you earlier, I in I, why I is not identity in this case? Because in this all four elements are not equal, right? Therefore this is not identity in this case. Instead of this, E is equal to half is the identity in this case. Now nextly we are going to find out inverse. Now fourth property, existence of inverse. Okay, for inverse, okay, for inverse, okay, अगर A का इनवर्स निकालना हो तो देयर मस्ट एग्जिस्ट B such that A टाइम B इज इक्वल टू कितना आ जाएगा इन केस में? इस केस में E इक्वल टू E, right? So we need to find out this element. Okay, and we now let us check whether or not inverse is existing in this case or not. So see here, A is equal to A, and B, assume that it is B. We want to find out this matrix. Okay, let us, for the time being, let us take this is equal to B. Okay, and it must be equal to E, right? So now after multiplication it would be AB. Okay, instead of E we can write, because we have found out that E is equal to half, so write it half. Okay, so 2AB must be equal to half, right? Now taking this thing to the another side, so B is equal to 1 by 4A. Fine. So therefore B is equal to 1 over 4A, 1 over 4A, 1 over 4A, 1 over 4A, right? Thus this B is the inverse of A. Thus inverse also exists. right? Now fourthly, now lastly, property number 5, commutative law. We can write matrices do not commute. Okay, matrices commute nahi karti hai, therefore this is the violation of commutative law, hence we can say this is a non-abelian group again. Okay, fine. So this is it. These were the some 3-4 problems on groups. Okay, I hope you got it well. If you have any problem or any question, please feel free to ask me in the comment section below. Thank you.